Guys, good morning to y'all. I know how all of you like to say that I'm the heartbeat of WFAA, that just this place would be just flat without me. So thank you for that. But because I'm the heartbeat, I'm so excited today that we're talking about American Heart Month. We've got people from the American Heart Association, because the American Heart Association wants to make sure that everyone for American Heart Month knows how to do CPR. And we're going to talk about hands-free CPR, or hands-free. You got to use your hands. Hands-only CPR. And we'll tell you how to do it. I'll learn. You'll learn. We'll teach you. Coming up in just a bit.
Got it in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers take it.
And we are celebrating American Heart Month this morning, and we're talking about cardiac arrest. So it may be weird to say celebrating and cardiac arrest, but celebration because the American Heart Association wants to increase the survival rate. They want to double the survival rate of cardiac arrest by 2030. And that's something to be happy about. And you can help by learning hands-only CPR, which we're going to teach you coming up in the 6 o'clock hour. So stay tuned for that. And you know what? DJ is always prepared. Look at that outfit for American Heart Month. But he's extra prepared today. This playlist that he's playing, well, there's something special to it. We'll tell you how meaningful these songs are and how it can help you. Coming up. All right, February is American Heart Month, and we've got a lot of representatives from the American Heart Association here to talk about how you can help save a life. You know, 70% of cardiac arrests happen in the home, so you could be saving someone very important to you. I teased before the break that DJ's music today was important. All the songs he's playing are at the right beat you need to do CPR, and we'll catch up on that in the 6 o'clock hour. But right now, I want to talk to Chloe Burke. She's Miss Heart of Texas. You'll be competing in the Miss Texas pageant later this summer. But Chloe, this is not just a platform for you. This is personal. Tell us why the American Heart Association and American Heart Month means so much to you.
The American Heart Association literally saved my life. I was a cheerleader at the University of Houston about 5 years ago when I went into cardiac arrest on the field, and I almost lost my life. But because of training EMTs were provided from the American Heart Association, I'm alive today. I had open heart surgery, and I'm so proud to be standing in front of you as a survivor and being able to use that story to help other people in situations like going to Austin in the state capitol, where we were lobbying for cardiac emergency response plans to be placed in all K-12 public schools in Texas.
Yeah, you were there. You were in Austin yesterday lobbying for that. A little more detail. What were you pushing for yesterday and trying to make sure that what happens to you doesn't happen to anyone else, or that schools are prepared?
That's exactly right. I was so lucky that my situation was on a football field where there were EMTs. A lot of people don't know, but for every minute that someone is in cardiac arrest without any kind of support, they lose 10% of their overall brain capacity. So we're trying to get people action, hands-on action as quick as possible to not only save them, but also save their quality of life long term. So by implementing these cardiac emergency response plans in school, we're giving people better qualities and chances of survival, over triple what they might not survive otherwise if they didn't have that hands-on action.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to point out that you're young, you're healthy, so this isn't just something that affects a certain demographic. It affects everyone, because I know that I think over 23,000 children suffer cardiac arrest outside of the hospital every year. So this is important. So it could be anyone you love. You want to help? Stay tuned. 6 o'clock hour. We will teach you hands-only CPR to these wonderful beats that DJ's playing. Greg, I know you want to tune in. That way you can save a life, as you always do with these wonderful forecasts. Keeping us safe, Greg.
All right, thank you. Yeah, we'll be watching that for sure a little bit till later there, Sean. All right.
We are celebrating American Heart Month with the American Heart Association. You know, the American Heart Association wants to double the survival rate of cardiac arrest by 2030. And you are a big part of that by learning CPR, hands-only CPR. No worries about the mouth-to-mouth, hands-only CPR. And if you stay tuned, if you don't know how to do it, you need a refresher, we're going to teach you how in just a few minutes, so keep it here. You might help save a life. This is very, very important. So join us for American Heart Month coming up, and learn some CPR in just a few minutes.
Door at Studio Cadigan, where we are sticking to the beat of life-saving CPR. So we're going to have an expert explain why it is so important and gives you a chance to join in. Don't go anywhere. It's very easy.
All right, well, we promised you that we are teaching you hands-only CPR. I am here with Matt right now. Matt, you are a trained first responder. You're the expert who knows how to do this.
I've done it once or twice, yes.
All right, my man Jaden here. I'm going to give him the microphone because I think I need my hands for this, right?
You do.
So
Hands-free.
Yeah, we're going to have, it's not hands-free, even though I made a mistake of saying that earlier. And this music is important. This is the right beat that we need to go at. I'm going to give the microphone to Jaden so you can teach me and the audience at home how to do this. All right, run us through it, Matt.
All right, first thing, if you see somebody who's unconscious or not waking up, first, most important, call 911. Or you're going to be doing this for a long time by yourself. When you call 911, most of the time they'll give you instructions, but either way, you're literally just going to take the heel of one hand right in the center of the victim's chest, just like that. Take your other hand over the top of your first hand, interlock your fingers, lock your elbows, move directly over the victim, and you're going to press down 2 inches about 120 times a minute or to the beat of Staying Alive.
And I would like to say that I asked you, should we practice this? And you said no.
No, this is
I
live.
want you to learn
You've
on the
never
fly.
done this
So
before.
I've never done I really don't know. And
We'll
you
be
said,
grading you.
And this is Staying Alive. So, okay.
Lock your elbows. You're going to get tired.
All right. Just,
One. A little slower. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. And that's it. That's the most important thing. Doing that will double or triple someone's chance for survival.
this will double or triple. And the goal of the American Heart Association is to
Before you get out of breath,
increase. Oh, I'm a fit specimen. I'm not going to get out of breath here. What's the goal of the American Heart Association by teaching more people to do this?
Yeah, we know that the chances of survival from cardiac arrest doubles or triples with hands-only CPR. So we want everybody to be able to do hands-only CPR. We want to have schools that have cardiac emergency response plans, and we want AEDs in all patrol vehicles so that they can help administer defibrillation early.
And real quick, we're running out of time, but there's a reason we were on the ground. I didn't mention that. Be on a hard surface, because that's very important.
Flat, hard surface to make sure you can do it effectively. Plus, it's easier to do CPR when you're on the ground rather than being on a table.
So not on the couch or anything like that. A hard surface.
Hard surface.
All right, now you've seen it. I hope you recorded Daybreak. If you didn't, go get the WFAA Plus app on your TV. You can watch it back and learn how to do CPR and save a life, because 70% of victims, or 70% of people who suffer cardiac arrest it's at home, right? Is that correct? It's someone that's in the family that you could be.
Most people.
Anyway, it could be someone that you love, important. Could come in very important, saving one you love.
Part of the nation of lifesavers.
All right, we'll go and do it. Guys,
I've done stories on a husband and wife that did just that. Thankfully, she knew CPR. I just remember it is tough. You gotta press hard.
Yeah, man, that song, Staying Alive, sticks in your head.
Okay, 6:30 coming up. Did you forget it's...
I am here with my friend Manny Quinn, and he wants you to learn CPR. We just taught you 15 minutes ago. If you missed it, go back and watch Daybreak on WFAA Plus. Heart disease is the #1 killer in America, so there's a good chance there's someone you know that might need your help one day. Save a life. Go learn CPR. American Heart Association, American Heart Month. We appreciate everyone for being here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Go watch and learn CPR. We'll be back shortly.
Getting jiggy with it.